How to transform your life in 3 steps. The beauty of human design is that it's quite simple once you break it down into a few basic steps. 1. Discover your type and strategy. 2. Understand your inner authority. And 3. Begin your experiment. So welcome to Injured Dumbass. My name is Matthijs and I share problem-solving knowledge so you can learn how to heal yourself. Welcome. My name is Matthijs and you're listening to Injured Dumbass. Your go-to podcast if you want to get rid of your injuries and optimize your health. I've seen more than 40 physiotherapists, podiatrists, had a knee surgery, an MRI scan, and saw many more professionals that didn't know how to help me with my injuries. And after 5 years of struggling, a man named Gerben Hierik helped me with a fairly unknown form of therapy called PDTR. He fixed my knee stabilization in 2 hours. Something that all the previous professionals could not achieve. And after that experience, I swore to dedicate my life to learning and sharing problem-solving knowledge. Everything to optimize your health and help you to get rid and stay away from injuries.
Gezondheid draait niet om voeding, maar het draait om energie. Het draait dus om elektromagnetisme opwekken en het is niet voedingafhankelijk.
And here comes the crying and the activation of the brain.
I have the question for the people who have absolutely no clue what is TRE.
Okay.
Injuries, because I was wondering, have you ever dealt with physical injuries?
Yes, I did. And
So you want to get the most out of life, you want to manifest your dreams, well then you need to discover your human design. So today I was at a meeting with Tim van Oorsouw, who is the founder and owner and founder of the Trigger Point Reset method. And it's Dutch, so that's a pity, but he also helped David Wolf. David Wolf is an OG. Look him up if you don't know him. And he shared with me the human design, the human design model. And I think the creator is named. 1 second. He did the test today. So what is human design chart and body graph? Human design uses your birth data to calculate your human design chart or body graph. And the body graph is a graphic illustration of the energetic flow within your system. It's a blueprint for how you operate and interact with the world. This video took way too long, so you can skip the video. I'll just be explaining my own and discovering my own type of energy. But I advise you to make the test yourself. And listen to the creator, Ra-Uruhu, if I'm saying it correctly. And he gives a much better explanation on what type of energy you are based on your birthday, birthplace, name, that stuff. It's very easy, it takes 1 minute to make, so. And then you can discover it yourself, because I'm just rattling on. So I was just so enthusiastic. So if you're curious about my test, then you can continue this video. But I would highly advise you to make your own test and check out Ra's videos on the explanation of your type of generator. And one of the things that I noticed, I'm a generator. So like he likes to call it the slaves. And I have a cross something which explains that I really like to express myself, which can divide energies. Like some people just don't give a shit and don't want to be confronted with your type of energy. But now I'm going into myself again. So go do the test yourself. I think it's very useful. And go check out Ra's content on the explanation. And if you're curious about my type, then you can continue these videos. So cheers. I know from Ruud Elvers and Thomas van Doorn, I learned more about quantum biology, and everything is vibration. So the way I perceive it at the moment is when you're born at a certain moment in time, at a certain hour of the day, at a certain place in time, the way the energetic field, like Albert Einstein used to call it, or called it, the field, is that there's a certain amount of magnetism. That's one of the things that I can that I can interpret it, is that a certain wavelength of magnetism, wavelengths, have a certain influence on your being. But maybe that's just how far I can go, and I just learned about this today. So if you have any clue or a better explanation than I do, please leave them down below. All right. So I learned that this human design thing helped me to get a better understanding of the way I operate in life. So you discover your type and strategy, you understand your inner authority, and then you begin your experiment. So it's completely free. I think you go to jovianarchive.com and then you can get a chart. So what you do is you type in your birthplace, your birth date. So and also what's also very important is the exact time that you've been born. And then you get your human design chart. So mine tells that I'm a generator. My strategy is to respond. Not self-team is frustration. So that's like like you have hot and cold, you have life and death. So my not self-team is frustration, and I think the pole of the other of frustration is satisfaction. Inner authority, emotional solar plexus. Okay, we'll get into this stuff later. So then you click on discover your design, type in your name, blah blah, email, and then you get it in your email box, and voila, you get a PDF, and it shows you. Let's take this one here. Whoopa. Then my chart over here, and it shows your chart. And when I was at Tim today, he also printed my chart. So that's also nice. I like paper. I like to hold things. Makes it more real. All right, so then you have data. And it shows all these signs. I think they're astrological or something like that. All right, so you can download the stuff. Discover the 3 steps transformation, learn practical strategies for decision making, explore a new path to self-discovery. Begin your journey with our ebook and special series of emails guiding you through the 3 steps of transformation. So lots of the stuff is free. Oh, here I can open chart and body graph. I think here you can get a more proper explanation on certain behaviors that you get back from the test. But the nice thing is what I learned. So I'm a generator. That's the type of person I am. And what is very nice is then you go to generator. Discover generator, manifesting generator. All right, yeah. So here in the PDF, you get a very nice explanation of what the stuff is you need to read and what to understand. And here it says, my strategy is to respond. And basically it explains why it is very wise for this type of person with this profile to not always to try to make things happen, but respond to things that come to your life. So it is a short piece, so let me just read it. Generators and manifesting generators are energy types and by far the largest group, making up roughly 66% of the population. When we refer to generators, manifesting generators are included. Generators are great builders. They derive their energy from the sacral center. So that's the red near the center of the bodygram. That's the center. Bam. The source of generating the life force. Generators have a tremendous amount of energy at their disposal, but need to know how to use this power correctly, so not to waste this energy resource on activities that do not lead to expected outcomes. When you initiate because you are trying to make things happen, you will generally meet with resistance in the form of frustration and feeling stuck. You can end up involved in projects and activities that deplete you without leaving you fulfilled or satisfied. So over time, this leads to exhausting and quitting. Well, that's that used to be the story of my life. I'm very enthusiastic about so many things, and I want to learn so much, and I can really leave. I used to play piano, and I was learning a song, and then let's say at the bridge of the song, so you learn the couplet, the chorus, and the other thing, and then you also have the bridge where the song completely changes, and then most of the time I would just get bored, and I would just say, I'm not in the mood for this song anymore. I'm gonna learn a complete new song. And I also had the same experience with setting up many other things in life, where it's just like I'm the only one who's really pushing it, and it can really lead to exhausting and quitting. And then you think, why am I doing so much stuff? But it's so all right. As a generator, you need to wait for what life brings to you, and then follow your response. Your aura is open and developing, taking in everything in your environment. You draw things to you, and as you are energetically designed to respond, this will tell you if something is correct for you or not. Once you respond to a person, event, or action, you can then act with the full force of this powerful energy. And by learning to wait and respond, you begin to eliminate resistance and frustration that comes from not using your energy correctly, and experience your signature. Satisfaction. Bruh. All right. So one of the things that I should be learning is to wait and respond. And the last, I did some Choco Bliss ayahuasca ceremonies lately, which really opened me up to most of this stuff, where I used to think this kind of stuff would be hippie butterfly shit, but man, it's the very nice part of having certain people in your life that they can explain the science behind all this, which makes completely not hippie butterfly, and makes it very, very real. So one of the things that I should be learning is wait and respond. And if we go through, also one of the things is generators living with satisfaction and less frustration. All right. So here you understand. It's number 2. Understand your inner authority. My inner authority is emotional solar plexus. So that's this part. All right. Approximately half of the population has emotional authority, which means they need to ride the wave of constantly shifting emotions to come to a place of truth. As an emotional being, you need to experience things fully. The capacity to accept what is, to handle upset or elation without acting from the high or low point of either emotional extreme is vital for you. An easy way to think of this image is to imagine any situation where you need to make a decision. If you're feeling great at that moment, you're likely to make a different decision than when you're not feeling that great. Either way, the outcome may have lasting consequences, as you didn't have a clear picture when making the decision. With emotional authority, it takes time to gain clarity and requires a commitment to wait out the wave of emotion and not act prematurely. Avoiding premature action when understood. All right, so not to go fully into depth, I would say make the test, do it. It's free. It is very. It gives you a very nice view about your own weak points, I would say, and how to use the weak point as a strength in your life. And I definitely am going to try to wait and respond more in life and focus on one thing. So yeah, that's my learning as far as I know. I think it would be very nice to find somebody who is very skilled in this stuff and have a chat with them. Which also my chart showed is the juxtaposition cross of self-expression. 1, 2, 4, 49. All right, so that's, I just Googled that stuff, and then I go to, then I came here. All right, so your cross has the energy of self-expression. You are here to be different and do your own thing. It is through individual expression that the rest of us can look on and adapt to the new ideas that we feel resonance with. Understand through individualism is not always adaptive, and some self-expression will drive others away. It is the nature of the energy, and it's not personal. So one of the things that I really like to do is just express. I really like to make music, have a chat with somebody, and go into the depth of why they think or behave or behave a certain way. What is the essence of all of that? So I can also experience, I think that's the thing, that I can also experience what they are experiencing. And therefore I have to fully understand their point of view and where it comes from, so I can get a feeling of that. But yeah, my brother Anne Chris also said today when I was speaking to him, Expression Man. I thought, oh, that's a nice nickname, Expression Man. And I just love, when you go to a festival and there's great music where you can just, all of you can really feel the music and everybody's sharing the vibration, sharing the awesome energy, I mean, what is success if you can't share it? What is victory if you can't share the joy of having a victory? I mean, I don't like having a victory on my own. I prefer to be with a team. So I think it's a very nice way to get a better view of your own human design and what your weakness is, what your strength is, and how to use the energy of your soul and your astrological magnetism stuff. What kind of strategy you can use that in life, so you can manifest your dreams, so you can live optimal and get the most out of it, and not always be fighting against like a sick as 10 times gravity that you're experiencing in life. So and also an advice I would like to give is mind to matter. This book is fucking awesome. It's by Dawson Church, and he was on the podcast of Paul Chek, which is he is telling and explaining how the quantum field works, and he uses very much. He uses awesome examples of how this shit is freaking real, how energy and the universe works, and how you can use that in as a benefit to for yourself. And it also contains eco meditation videos and that kind of stuff. All the links are in this book, and I highly recommend this book. And if you read this, then this is absolutely no hippie butterfly shit anymore. So it's very useful. I started experiencing very often synchronicities in life, and that is freaking awesome. It's like stuff you need suddenly is there. Like, don't worry, it comes to you, man. But you need to be aware of it. So like Jim Quick always says, is where intention goes, energy flows. And Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, Bruce Lipton. If you read this book, you completely understand it. And it's not so heavy. I also reading the book Becoming a Superhuman by Joe Dispenza, but that is a bit more theoretical, which is a bit hard for me to go through the complete book. And this is awesome book. So, And if you want more help, tools, inspiration, and educational content for healing, then subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course, and to our email list. So we'll share premium content, and we're also building a health platform, an e-health, where all the guests, all the people that I learned, we bundle the knowledge. We're going to make video courses, and you're going to receive all the information and all the stuff via your email. So do it now. So that's basically it. I would say use it, do it, use it for your life, use the benefit. And I'm not very skilled at the rest of all the stuff. I just learned about it today, but I thought, well, I'd just make more low-key videos on things that I learn about, which I find very useful and helpful in life. If you put in human design on YouTube or Google, man, it's full of it. So I'll be learning about it as well. At the same time, you'll be learning, probably. So this was Matthijs from Injadames, sharing problem-solving stuff so you can learn how to heal yourself. Cheers.